Hey, let's talk about money. Specifically why your money vanishes faster than snacks at a sleepover. Because somehow you had money yesterday. Today you have vibes and memories. And tomorrow you're checking your account, like maybe the bank made a mistake. And the answer is almost always the same problem, which is that we confuse needs and wants like they're the same thing when they absolutely are not. And once you understand the difference, your entire financial life gets 10 times easier, not richer. Easier, because rich is different. Easier means you stop stressing every time you hear the word payment. So let's start very simple, because money is already stressful enough, and we're not trying to make it worse. A financial need is something you must have to survive and function, not thrive, not flex, not to impress anyone, but to simply survive. Food, shelter, basic clothing, transportation, healthcare, utilities. If you don't pay for these things, life gets uncomfortable immediately. Meanwhile, financial wants is anything that improves comfort, fun, or convenience, but is not required for survival. And before anyone gets defensive, wants are not bad. Wants are just expensive friends who encourage bad decisions if you don't set boundaries. Here's where people mess up. We don't struggle with understanding what needs and wants are in theory. Everyone knows food is a need and a luxury car is a want. The problem is when wants show up wearing a trench coat pretending to be needs. Now, let's talk about food, because food is the number one area where wants pretend to be needs. You need food, yes. You do not need food delivered to your house by a stranger named Kyle at midnight with a delivery fee, a service fee, a small order fee, a tip, and then emotional damage when you see the total. Groceries are a need. Eating out is a want. That doesn't mean you can never eat out. It means you don't treat eating out like a requirement for survival. You will not perish if you cook pasta at home. You might be slightly annoyed, but you will live. Housing is another big one. You need a place to live. You do not need the most expensive place you can barely afford just because it looks good on social media. A need is safe and functional housing. A want is extra space you don't use, luxury features you forget about after 2 weeks, or paying more just to impress people who are not paying your rent. And if you are stressed every month paying for your dream place, it might not be a dream. It might be a financial nightmare with good lighting. Transportation is similar. You need a way to get where you need to go. You do not need the newest car with features you don't understand and buttons you're scared to touch. Any reliable car that's suited for everyday living, regardless if it's a cheaper model, will still always be a need. Meanwhile, a luxury upgrade, because you want to feel like the main character while driving to the grocery store, is considered as a want. Again, not evil, but just optional. Now let's talk about the king of confusion, technology. You need a phone. You do not need the newest phone every time it comes out. If your phone still calls people, texts people, and doesn't freeze when you open apps, congratulations, it's doing its job. Buying a new phone because the camera is slightly better is a want. Buying a new phone because yours literally does not work is a need. The difference is function versus upgrade. If it works, it's a want. If it doesn't, it's a need. Clothes are another classic trap. You need clothes that fit, are appropriate for school, work, and weather, and don't fall apart when you move. You do not need new clothes every time there's a trend, a season, a mood shift, or a random event you'll attend for 3 hours. Buying clothes because you have none that work is a need. Buying clothes because you're bored or sad is a want. And retail therapy is real therapy's expensive cousin that doesn't solve the problem. So why do wants feel like needs? Firstly, it's marketing. Ads exist to make you feel like something is missing from your life. No ad has ever said, "Hey, you're doing great. Maybe save your money." Ads say, "Your life would be better if you bought this immediately." Second, social media. You see people spending money constantly, but you don't see their credit card balance, their stress, or the moment they whisper, "It'll be fine," while clicking checkout. Comparison will drain your wallet faster than bad math. Third, emotions. We spend money when we're bored, stressed, sad, happy, celebrating, procrastinating, or just existing. Money becomes a coping mechanism, and coping mechanisms get expensive when you don't notice them. Now, here's the rule that fixes almost everything. Needs first, savings second, wants last. That's it. That's the secret. Pay for what keeps you alive and functioning. Then pay your future self. Then enjoy what's left. The problem is people reverse the order. They spend on wants first, then panic about needs, then save nothing and hope for the best. Hope is not a financial strategy. Let's say you get money. Doesn't matter how much. Before you touch it, ask, what do I need to pay to survive this month? That's non-negotiable. Then ask, can I save even a small amount? Saving isn't about being rich. It's about not being desperate when something goes wrong. Then, and only then, you spend on wants. That way, when you buy something fun, you enjoy it without guilt because you handled business first. Another really helpful trick is delaying purchases. Wants are impatient. Needs are patient. If you want something, wait 24 hours. If you still want it, and it fits your budget, fine. If the urge disappears, congratulations, you just avoided a bad decision. Another trick is asking, is there a cheaper version? Needs have flexible pricing. Ones usually want the premium version for no reason. Also, stop lying to yourself. This is important. Saying I need this when you mean I really want this doesn't make it a need. It just makes it an expensive want with confidence. Being honest about wants doesn't mean you're bad with money. It means you're self-aware, and self-awareness saves money. Here's the thing that nobody likes to admit. Most financial stress comes from lifestyle choices, not income. People make more money and somehow still feel broke because their wants grew faster than their income. If every raise turns into more spending instead of more stability, the stress never leaves. The goal isn't to eliminate wants. The goal is to control them. You are allowed to enjoy life. You are allowed to buy fun things. You are allowed to treat yourself. Just don't treat yourself so hard that future you has to suffer. Financial peace isn't about never spending money. It's about spending intentionally instead of emotionally. So the next time you're about to buy something, pause and ask yourself, is this a need or a want? If it's a want, that's okay. Just make sure your needs are covered, your savings exist, and you're choosing it on purpose, not because an ad, a mood, or boredom told you to. Because at the end of the day, money is a tool. Needs keep you alive. Wants make life fun. And when you understand the difference, your wallet stops crying, your stress goes down, and your future self quietly thanks you while you're sleeping. And that's the difference between needs and wants. Subscribe for more regular uploads like this.